All right, what's going on? So, a lot of conspiracy theorists were stating that the AstroWorld Festival, hosted by Travis Scott and various artists, but specifically in Travis Scott's case, it may be a ritual. Now, of course, I wasn't there. I'm just going by what we see on TikTok and in people's testimonies. Now, an image here on the left is the statue of Molech, and Molech is actually referenced in the Bible numerous of times, especially in the Old Testament. You go into the book of Leviticus. Now, with this book, or with this particular statue, it represents Baal in a way. So they pretty much sacrifice children. All right, they've been doing that for the longest. They sacrifice children, and this is a way for them to, honor this God. And of course, it was an abomination, and that's when the Bible really goes into a deviation in the Leviticus laws. And God sent a lot of servants, prophets to go against this. Like if you read First Kings or Second Kings, right, when King Ahab, who was a spineless king, and he was very evil and wicked, and he allowed his wife, was Queen Jezebel, to go ahead and kill all the prophets that spoke against Baal, right? And that was against Baal worship. But God appointed Elijah, and Elijah was the individual who spoke against King Ahab, who pretty much scolded him for it, and was pretty much saving the prophets. And remember, they pretty much had like a competition. It's like, okay, so I'm gonna gather all these prophets that so-called believe in Baal, and you'll have your gods. If your God can call a fire on this mountain, on this particular time, then okay, I'll worship your God. And he said, I'm gonna call on my God. If my God was able to call, if I call on my God and worship him, and he was able to successfully call on a fire on this mountain, then we know which God is real. And you can read further in detail about that, but the prophets ended up losing that. They was like praising and trying to praise this God in tongues and all night cutting themselves. It was ridiculous, and to the point that they fell and they realized, like, dang, okay, well, the prophet, this God that we worship is horrible. It's not doing anything. It's not fulfilling our needs. So anyway, man, so moving on, so they knew the Lord was real. Then he ended up killing all those prophets. And so then Queen Jezebel heard about that, and that's when Elijah started fleeing because he was fear of his life. And that's when you had another prophet, Elisha, who came in to continuously to take the throne and that baton, and go ahead and lead Israel out of negativity, and so they can have some type of deliverance. But at the same time, man, this idol worship is really similar to what AstroWorld statue. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist myself, though, so that's why I'm trying to get like different facts. But I seen some posts on Facebook. They was comparing the statue of the AstroWorld to this. I mean, as you can see, his mouth is open, and you have little children coming in there. The AstroWorld, that came out, I think, 2018, whatever. The album cover, it looks weird, and you see like kids out there playing. It's like a little festival. But if you notice that, I think they still confirmed some deaths, that it was ages between 14 to 27. I think it was a 10-year-old, 9-year-old that got killed, man. So it's ridiculous, man. And then the thing is, too, what seems really strange about Travis Scott is that when there was a guy that was unconscious, passed around through the mosh pit, he literally looked at him. Travis Scott looked at him while he was performing and started chanting. I'm looking like, this is crazy. This is pretty much demonic. Yeah, you can say, oh, the fans should know what they got themselves into. But at the same time, you don't sign a death wish or no type of waiver that, you might die or something might happen to you if you go to a particular concert. Usually concerts, it's like, yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit wild, but it's not to the point that I don't think I'm gonna make it home alive. This is really crazy, though. So it was like multiple deaths, and I believe too the logistics of AstroWorld was pretty much bad as well. I mean, you have 50,000 people coming in, they didn't have enough security to contain those individuals. And then on top of that too, they in like some type of area that only contain maybe 10,000 tops, but 50,000, everybody all in one, and then you're encouraging people to rush the stage. Come on, man. I mean, yeah, you can drink as much water as possible, but at the same time, though, you're gonna be all compressed, and then it's gonna make it very difficult to breathe. So you gotta take some type of responsibility. The event organizers, the logistics plan. I think it's gonna be a lot of civil lawsuits going on with Travis Scott. I don't think he's gonna go to jail particularly, but it's gonna be a lot of civil lawsuits. He's gonna lose a lot of money. I'll say that in this record label. And maybe, you know, I was talking to BMT, they said he may, you know, moving forward, you know, of course they're gonna be real strict about the concerts, and then they probably gonna start banning like mosh pits and stuff like that. They're gonna be really strict on how people come in and enter concerts now. Yeah, but the logistic planning has to be a little bit better. I mean, this is not the first time. I mean, he was doing like crazy stuff in the crowds. So, yeah, Travis Scott has some type of responsibility. If not, this is gonna really hurt his brand, because he's pretty much one of the most hated people right now, as far as a musician. But yeah, man, I mean, it looks similar. I'm pretty sure some more conspiracy theories probably can go real in detail about this, though. But it's the idol worship here. I just want to kind of go in and talk about like how I feel about this, man. But I mean, they could be onto something. I mean, it's just, everything just looks really weird though here. So if y'all got any more information, man, you guys tweet, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Tell me what y'all think. Let's have a discussion here. But yeah, it's a little bit similar to what's going on here. So my prayers to the youth and the people that lost their lives. I'm out. Deuces.